rapper is now behind bars in Arkansas on felony charges. 21-year-old Jaaybo Gorman, also known as EBK Jabbo. He was arrested Sunday on drug and weapons charges after being released from prison back in March. He was serving a year for illegal gun possession. The rapper was set to go on tour this fall as part of the NBA Young Boys American Stadium Tour. Gorman is being held in Pope County, Arkansas.
What's good, y'all? It's Big EBK. We ain't giving no daps. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about EBK Jabbo and how he fumbled the bag and threw his career away for nothing. He was doing crazy numbers and was supposed to open up for Young Boy's first tour in a long time. On May 19th, Jaaybo was arrested out of town. But before we get into that, let's start from the beginning. EBK Jabbo was born and raised in the southeast Stockton area on 2100 on Nightingale Avenue. Growing up, Jaaybo was a good, respectful kid that played football and was close with his pops. His pops was the one who put him on to making music and would have him in the studio.
So you always knew like Jaaybo was destined to be something?
Oh yeah, his daddy kept him on the lap in the studio. Yeah.
Wait, so he was ever like into sports too growing up?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we kept him playing football, you know. He's a big guy, so, you know, he played football. Yeah,
He used to give Granny a hard time from time to time?
No, I never had to spank him.
Yeah?
Never. He never was problematic at all. He's a really, really mild-mannered kid, you know.
On January 5th, 2015, Stockton police responded to a call with shots fired a short amount of time. After that, they would find Jaaybo's father with multiple gunshot wounds. He would end up passing away in the hospital. It's alleged that Jaaybo was robbed by two teens. After the robbery, Jaaybo would tell his pops and his pops would go looking for the teen. Once he found him, it would escalate into an altercation that got his pops shot. Jaaybo refuses to speak on the situation in detail.
Speaking about your pops, man, I seen a few documentaries about that whole situation. I think on Swap Stories or something like that.
Yeah.
And you were 11 years old at the time?
Yeah.
Does that affect you today? Do sometimes you just kind of get emotional thinking about it?
No, I don't get emotional no more, you feel me? It's a long time ago, bro. I'm 20 now. That's a long time, you feel me? But you feel me? It's a big transition. You look at pictures of me at 11, pops regular. Look at me now, got crosses and face. He's on my eyebrow, you feel me? It changed, bro, but through that morning stage so young, I'm so older, so it's like, you feel me, that it break me, it just making it stronger.
Right, and this whole tragedy came from, was it two teens? They were messing with you or some?
Nah, that don't have nothing to do with me. I was only 11, bro, you feel me? But I don't know nothing about that, you feel me? Because that's
okay.
a case. So, you feel me, I don't talk about like that.
Right, yeah, my bad. I think it was on a few documentaries about it, or
yeah, I don't know what happened, you feel me? RP Pops though, you feel me? But nah, I didn't get robbed or nothing ever happened to me, you feel me? I was just young, I was 11, you feel me? Lost my pops and that's that.
Right.
You feel me?
At the age of 11, Jaaybo would jump into the streets after his father's death. He started out by stealing cars because he thought it was fun and flash for the hoes. One time he stole a car and took it to school.
But like when I first started, like I was really into taking cars, like that it just was hella cool to me. I don't know why. Like I'd be walking, like my first case I caught, the case closed, I already got the time for it. I just seen a car, I hopped in that mama.
Just did your Dougie.
Got up out of there and went to school.
When you go, that's what you did.
He went to school. That's right.
Instantly with the flag. So
Because that's where everybody at. You gotta go to school. Where else you gonna go,
bro? Once you get a car, you a teenager, but the price go up.
He ended up getting arrested in less than 24 hours for the stolen car. That was his first case he caught. He was in the halls punching down and taking people's trays. Jaaybo would be in and out of jail for ages 11-15. When he turned 15, his music would begin to gain traction and he was becoming a well-known name in Stockton. He even had people bumping his music around his school. But the pattern would continue, and Jaaybo would have to sit down in jail once again. While in jail, one of the original EBK members, Young Slowbee, passed away, and it was a hard loss for Jaaybo because they were not cool at the time of his death. In early 2023, Jaaybo would get out of jail again and be bigger than before. Weight and music views at an all-time high. This is when he started to reach a real audience and began to find his flow and really start talking that gangsta stuff on dem tracks. But guess what? In the middle of 2023, he would be arrested again for gun charges. He ended up getting out on bail after sitting down for 6 months. After that bid, he moved out of Stockton and was way more focused on the rap game than before. In January 2024, Jaaybo would be arrested on more gun charges. While in jail, he would lose his big brother EBK Osama, another one of the founding fathers of EBK. Early February 2025, Jaaybo was released from jail and was the biggest rapper in Cali. He popped out with the big EBK chain and dropped his track The Biggest G, currently sitting at 6 million views and counting. He also dropped other track that reached new highs for him in the short amount of time they've been up. Even though he was bigger than ever, he was still outside pulling skits and making play and running into the law. Jaaybo would end up taking the police on a high-speed chase. After that, he would earn his second ankle monitor.
I seen a post where it said you had 2 ankle monitors.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, just put your foot up or something. All right. So that's the first joint. That's the second joint. Holy. Okay, so look, right? Why 2? 2. Like, what's the benefit of having 2?
This one is pre-trial. So you feel me? This is just for when you catch a new case.
Okay.
Probation and parole.
Okay.
It ain't too much, bro. It ain't no, cause I'm Jaaybo. No. I'm on probation and I'm on parole. Being a gang.
So probation, parole.
That's all it is.
Okay, that makes
Both
sense.
of them feel like I should have an ankle monitor on 2 different agencies.
Okay, so that's why they're separate. Okay, that makes sense.
Because I went to prison and I got juvenile, so I'm still on probation. So probation feel like I should have an ankle monitor, and parole feel like I should have an ankle monitor. And probation don't really care.
And then how long you got them on for?
They said parole said till 2027. But that's just what they say though, on blood.
On May 19th, Jaaybo was arrested in Arkansas on multiple charges. He cut off his ankle monitor and fled to Arkansas, thinking that he couldn't get extradited from the state. He was caught in a stolen vehicle with one of his homies. A few days before his arrest, it was announced that Jaaybo would be a part of NBA YoungBoy's tour as an opener. When the news broke and hit the blogs that Jaaybo was arrested, he would be clowned for messing up on an opportunity of a lifetime and fumbling a granted bag. A day later, after he was arrested, it would come out that he was guaranteed a cash-only bail that needed to be paid in full. But a day after that, Jaaybo inmate status was updated with U.S. Marshal or Federal Hold Detainer. The update comes after his recent arrest in Arkansas, where he was granted a $200K cash-only bail, but currently remains in custody. According to sources, a U.S. Marshal or Federal Hold Detainer means a U.S. Marshal has requested a local jail to hold an individual, usually for federal charges, federal parole violation, or investigation. It is alleged by Northern Cali blogger that he is being held due to him putting a bag on one of his ops' head.
EBK Jabbo is under federal investigation right now for a murder for hire.
How do you know that?
Oh my goodness, Adam. I am very intertwined with the Northern California scene, especially what goes on behind the scenes. EBK Jabbo has been under investigation since his incarceration, while he was incarcerated in state prison down in, I want to say, in the LA area. And, that's why they had Operation Boogeyman. That's why they had all of these things transpiring in Stockton. They had to bring in Sacramento because it was too many murders occurring and there was none of the murders were being solved. So then when
Quite typical of Stockton to be
right,
fair.
so that's why they knew EBK Jabbo was about to get released, so that's why they grabbed Ben. They knew with both of them out, it would have just raised the murder rate in Stockton.
Jalise Lovejoy. Just calling her shots before they actually come down. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here for it.
So what I will say is he is under federal investigation right now, and he knew that it was coming close. Now, they have not put out any federal warrants for him in regards to the murder for hire, but that's because it's still under investigation. And
as you can see, it's a pattern. He gets out and catches a gun charge every 5 months. It's only so many times they're going to keep giving him a second chance to better himself. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.